to all of it, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick. Secretary Lutnick, thanks for joining us. So you've said that interest rates are lower, energy prices are lower, prescription drug costs are lower. That sounds like an affordable America to me. Tell Americans, Secretary Lutnick, how these data coming out of Washington, D.C., the 2.7% inflation last week beating expectations of 3.1, the 4.3 GDP growth beating it by a full point of 3.3. How does that affect our bottom line, our pocketbook issues?
So just think, the whole world out there in the third quarter, the United Kingdom grew 0.1, the European Union grew 0.4, and Japan fell 0.6%, fell 0.6%. Donald Trump's economy grew, the United States of America, the biggest economy in the world, 4.3%. What that means is that Americans overall, all of us, are going to earn 4.3% more money. We're making a raise. It's a simple way to do it. We've got more jobs, lower energy costs, and lower interest rates coming. This is the golden age coming. 4.3% this quarter means Americans on average are making more money in their pocketbooks. That makes for a great Christmas.
And Secretary Lutnick, beginning with Liberation Day, I think it was around April 2nd, you and President Trump in the Rose Garden, we've heard, as Caroline Levitt says, the naysayers, the panicans, the liberal media, all denying that the tariff and trade policy was actually going to be successful. That's been proven true as well. Tell us, as you reflect on 2025 and your year as U.S. Secretary of Commerce, what those tariffs and trade policy have really meant for our manufacturing base, for us buying made in the USA products, and really the export-import imbalances that we saw for so long.
So how do you get better jobs and make Americans make more money? You bring manufacturing home, right? The more people who get hired here, the more people who are getting hired and have got jobs, they're going to make more money, and that's growth. So the way you do that, and the way President Trump understood to do it, is use tariffs to build America. So we've got auto plants, pharmaceutical plants. Everybody's coming and building in America. Semiconductors, that's $1 trillion in those three things. Building in America, those are jobs. They're going to start with construction jobs, and then they're going to have final jobs. So Donald Trump says, bring those jobs home. Let's get that building underway in America. That's going to grow your GDP. Then let's break open these markets overseas and finally let American businesses, the great American businesses, export to all these other economies. In Europe, they used to charge us 15%. Now we charge them 15%, and they charge us 0. So we can export and we can build factories at home. This is tariffs working. This is trade policy working. This is America as the hottest country on earth. When Donald Trump says it, what he means is that Americans are going to make more money. They're going to have more money in their pocketbook, and the economy is growing, and you have not seen anything yet. Next year is going to be higher.
The numbers are unmistakable. I'm glad you mentioned next year. It's been a phenomenal 2025. But 2026, Secretary Lutnick, is when the One Big Beautiful Bill benefits really kick in. That corporate tax rate stays low. I think people are very familiar with no tax on tips and overtime and Social Security, the doubling of the child tax credit. They're probably less familiar with a lot of the benefits to our employers, to our businesses, small, medium, and large. Why don't you tell America what we can expect from that, the expensing, the manufacturing?
So the whole idea, so Donald Trump is probably the best businessman in America, and he understands how to make the U.S. economy hum. So what he did is he said, if you build a factory, if you invest in America, you can depreciate that right away, which means the U.S. government is kicking in money towards that investment. And of course, when you build a new factory or when you buy new equipment, you need to hire Americans to make that work. And so what you're going to see is great construction, great building, as the Big Beautiful Bill delivers these incentives to build and grow in America. That's why Donald Trump says he's got $18 trillion committed to building in America, because the Great Big Beautiful Bill has brought those incentives home. And what that means is if you own a business, You're going to want to commit and build because the U.S. government is going to give you a tax credit for it. And then what's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to hire Americans to build it, to staff it, and to make it hum. So we're really, really excited about 2026. And there's no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security is really going to help hum this economy.
And we only have 30 seconds left, Secretary Lutnick, but we want to win this IA race against China, but we also want to make sure that we're building data centers that have the capacity while keeping energy costs low. How do we do that in this country?
Okay, the way President Trump is thinking about it is if you're building a data center, you're going to give GIVE power to the grid and drive the energy costs of everybody around that data center lower. Donald Trump is going to bring lower energy prices everywhere that a big company, one of these big tech companies, builds a big data center. They're going to lower the price of energy in the entire area around it. That's what makes us all one team. Win the AI race, but drive down electricity costs in the area around those data centers so the people who live near those data centers are winners just the same.
Secretary Lutnick, it's going to be a hot golden age in 2026. We're glad you'll be a big part of it. Happy holidays to you and yours. Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.